Let us start. So, eightfold. So, let us talk today and understand today there is an eightfold journey of any suffering. What does that mean, any suffering? I have a problem with people. It may be a spouse, son, daughter, sibling, employee, employer. So suffering. Any problem because I'm craving for something and I didn't get it. Or I get it, then also I have a problem. So any suffering. Suffering includes pain, physical, mental, emotional, strain, stress, anxiety, depression. So our yoga psychology says that we have eightfold journey. So everything more or less is going on inside my head, in the mind. So let me put it in a simple manner. First is I like it, or I like a person, or I like a smartphone. For example, I like it. Then what happens in the second stage? I love it. How can you love a smartphone? So here the love is used as attachment. You see that? You don't say you don't, and you enter into the house. I love my house. So do you love the walls? Do you love the windows? What do you love? So that love is used as an attachment. Just to relate it to in your life. First stage, I like it. Second stage, I love it. So what happens in the third stage when you like it and love it? Like it and love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The mind continues, repeats itself. Then what happens? In the third stage, I want it. Remember, I like it. I love it. I want it. So now the wanting creates a desire. So desire prompts me to action. So I get it, what I want. So I want to repeat it. So that is craving. That is greed. I didn't get it, I am upset. You see that? I didn't get it, I am upset. So it's a kind of a confusion. That is the fourth stage. And the fifth one, now what happens in the fifth stage? I lost my right memory. What to do rightly? If I get it, should I repeat it? If I don't get it, should I get into anxiety and stress? Should I try more? Make an effort? That is what is the fifth stage. And then what happens? I don't know what is right and wrong. The mind is confused. We say, I know I'm not able to decide what to do, what not to do. I'm totally upset either with a person or with a thing. I have a wonderful student in New Jersey, and her husband bought a Volkswagen car, a new car. You see how these stages in the mind causes the problem. I just remember. So a new car, within 3 months, that car broke and the dealer made them crazy. So for 27 years, they decided to buy the used car. Only when her husband died, I told her, no, now you have to buy a new car. Get rid of it. You see, what is going on in your head that causes a lot of challenges in our life. Then what happens at the 7 stages? What you see appears true, but that is not true, a state of delusion. And once these 7 stages, that is happening in your mind. You see, in one Upanishad we say mind is the cause of the problem and mind is the cause of a solution. And the 8th stage, suffering. There are good people who say that I carry the burden of the entire stress of the world on my shoulder. There are rare good people. They blame and complain and they are suffering. This is one way to understand. Now go a little deeper. Just check. You will find I love it. First stage, 99% you are aware. You can reverse that decision. The mind is under your control. You are working on the mind. 1% liking, yes, I like it. This is good, casual. But when this I like it, it repeats itself in the mind. It goes into the 2nd stage of what we say attachment. And there we lose 20% of our awareness. I'm just explaining. So when you say, I love it, I love it, I love it, you lose 20% of your awareness. Now the mind has started working on you. So be careful, be aware when you use these words with reference to any person or an object or anything in the world. When you express like this, Dad, you don't understand me, but still I love you. So you are already suffering. You see, for one example. Now in the 3rd stage, what happens? That attachment becomes a desire when your mind says, I want it. So when you say, I want it, you lose another 5% of your awareness. Now your awareness is 75%. Still you can reverse it. But now because I like it, I want it. No, because I love it, I like it, I love it, and I want it is so strong in the thought pattern that it prompts you to action, karma, to fulfill my desire. I fulfill my desire. I like pasta in that restaurant. So you want to fulfill it. So first, many factors are required. You need a car, a gas, a money to go to the restaurant. You also need a seat, a space to be seated. Everything is done. Now the pasta is on your table and it is not cooked very well. Your mood is not good. Everything is destroyed. That stage is a stage of confusion. Now what happens? Your 100% awareness now reduced to only 25% awareness. That is why we start blaming and complaining and reacting to others. Have you seen in the film? And it might happen also in the day-to-day life. Hell with this television. And you throw something on the television, it breaks. What is the mistake of the television? A state of confusion. I hate you. I was loving you. That was a different state, but now I hate you. You see that? You see, everything is happening in your head. Look at the in-depth understanding in the psychology of yoga and meditation. And then what happens? The moment you have a loss of memory, what I said, I lost right memory, what to do rightly. You have 0% awareness. Now the mind is dictating you. Mind is dictating you, but still the journey ahead. Loss of intelligence. What we say, I don't know what is right and wrong. So pay attention to these expressions coming from your mind. So when you say, I don't know what is right and wrong, gone case. Now you are ready to enter into the suffering. The delusion takes over. What appears to me is true is not true. And the suffering starts. Are you getting it? So pay attention to these expressions. I like it casually. Yes, I like it. I love it. So let me become aware. Keep my 100% awareness that I love it, what it means. Am I attached? Yes, I'm attached. So drop the attachment there. If you don't drop that attachment, these repeated thought, you say it becomes like a thick. The thoughts become thickened. So it sticks like a glue to your mind. That is why we say, oh no, when I still remember those days when I was dating. Now everything is different. Everything is different in your mind. Nothing has changed. My perception has changed. Do you understand? There are two ways to understand. I started with, I like it. Pay attention. I love it. I want it. I get what I want. So I get what I want more. I don't get it. I am upset. I am confused. Then I lost right memory what to do rightly. So I become lethargic. I avoid. I don't communicate with with those people whom I loved so much. Come on, you love and you don't communicate. That is an attachment. And then I don't know what is right and wrong. That leads to delusion and you are bound to suffer. So I explained to you that from 100% awareness, you lose in the fifth stage, loss of memory, that is 0% awareness. Now the mind has started working on you, the mind is dictating on you. And when the mind dictating on you, it has to offer you in a silver plate anxiety, stress, duality, conflict, lot of stuff. So this principle is explained by the originator of yoga and meditation. This master is known as Krishna. So Krishna says, now understand the basic objects. I see the object. Who sees the sense organ? The mind says, I like it. First stage. Second stage, that liking continues these thoughts. It becomes an attachment. From attachment, these thoughts become so thick. Why I like a particular car, why I buy a particular car, even in sales, in the marketing, these guys says every sale is irrational. Even we put hundreds of reasons into it. Why they say it? Because they want to create a kind of an attachment by the TV advertisements and commercials and etc. So attachment leads to desire. Desire leads to action, to complete, to possess it, to own it. Why to possess it and to own it? So simple. To remain away from the suffering and to get happiness. So because the mind here is confused, there is a sense of fear, anxiety inside. If I cannot attain it, well, you did not attain it. So anxiety and tension takes over your mind. And it continues. It continues in your head. Now you have lost your awareness. There is a 0% awareness, means there is a habitual awareness, there is a social awareness, there is an awareness pertaining to the attachment, pertaining to what I want. And that leads to loss of memory. Loss of memory leads to loss of intelligence, what is right and what is wrong. Romeo and Juliet. Romeo says, you have to see the Juliet through my eyes. Then only you will find how dearly I love Juliet. You have to see through my eyes. Means through my thoughts. And there is the problem. We in India we have another couple, Laila and Majnu. So Majnu was a male and Laila was a female, and the king called the male and he said, there are so beautiful girls outside. Why you are living like a beggar and craving? I can get you the most beautiful girl. No, you have to see that girl through my eyes, through my attachment, through my craving. That is what the loss of intelligence is. Are you getting it? That is what the loss of intelligence is. And once you have loss of intelligence, the first 6 stages, 0% awareness, and then it leads you to delusion. What is delusion? What is delusion? What appears true to my mind is not true. What appears to my mind in a desert that there is a water there, but it is not. One example. There is no water, but my mind perceives it. So it has no awareness, so it goes for it, and it doesn't find. That leads to suffering. So practice definitely is important, but the practice comes at the 3rd level. I have been saying the first stage is I don't know, let me know it. That process, that step is known as Shravanam. I should listen and learn. Okay, let me start Gita. And you find the word confusion, but you don't understand. The terminology is different. That is why we listen and learn from a teacher. Second is mananam. Mananam. How I did it and how I have been doing it. Let me give you. Mananam means I have to think it over. Thinking means contemplation. Thinking means asking question over the principles. Like this, I explained you the 8-fold journey of any suffering, but it is destroyed by the meditation. So I have to start thinking. How many times I use the word I like it? Let me become aware. I lost 1% of awareness, and I should treat that liking as a thought in the mind there and then. So that a chain of 8 factors is not created and you always live into that state of meditation. Are you getting it? You see that? This is how it has to work. So second stage is I have to ask the question. How many times I used I love it? So ask yourself, what do you mean? Do you love a smartphone? How do you love it? Do you hug it? What do you do? Become aware. Don't allow that mind to fall into lack of awareness. Why lack of awareness? Patanjali says lack of awareness of the reality is the primary cause of suffering. Jerry, you might have studied Prislav. It says avidya, smita, rag, dvesha, abhinivesha, pancha, klesha. There are fivefold suffering. The topmost is lack of awareness of reality. Have a reality check when I say I love it. Have a reality check when I say I like it and dislike it. What I have to do to hate someone or dislike someone? Let me clear my mind. Let me keep my mind clear. How easy? So when it is easy for you, it is the meditation. And then the third, I want it. I want it. Craving. I want it. Craving. Then it prompts me to an action. So, principles are explained. Objects to senses means likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes to attachment. Attachment to desire. Desire that prompts me to action, but the action is not always perfect, so it leads me to confusion. Confusion leads me to loss of memory. Loss of memory leads me to loss of intelligence. You see that, I have in India many couples. When I say loss of memory, what it means? I know much more than I have a great memory. What is that memory? How many times you insulted me? How many times you have taken care of me? I don't remember. This is what the loss of memory is. You see? And it leads to loss of intelligence. Loss of intelligence, then I don't know what I'm saying, how I'm communicating, blaming, complaining, reaction, etc., goes on into my head. Loss of intelligence leads me to delusion, and that delusion means my journey of the suffering has started, whether in personal life, professional life, family life, and how beautiful my neighbor's house is. I love it. So every time you go out, it becomes so thick as a thought. And then it continues. Its journey leads to the delusion, and now you suffer. You have built a good house, but still you are suffering. Because now every time, mind says how beautiful the neighbor's house is. Such a small thing. We don't notice it, because that is what Patanjali says. Lack of awareness of reality is the primary cause of the suffering, and that can easily be destroyed by practice of meditation. So, let us start our journey of meditation today. The stage 1, close your eyes and looking inside the head. Now see that if you have really understood the principle, your instructions will strictly adhere to the principles. So what I said, eyes are closed, let the mind start looking deep inside the head. Why I say so? Sense organs are the instruments of knowledge by which we can see and work in the material world. But these sense organs are not an instrument to enter into a meditative state. Hence, we close our eyes gently, and the mind has started its movement from outside to inside. Means symbolically, all the sense organs are shut off. You dropped likes and dislikes. You see, every time I gave you a meditation practice, I translate those principles which we discussed in the beginning. And the moment the mind is looking inside, your body will seem to become steady. Why it seem to become steady? Because in the mind, when you say, I like it, I love it, I want it, that mind constantly agitates the body. But now you have changed the direction. What did you need? You need an awareness. Sorry. You simply need an awareness. So you see, we return to the 100% awareness. And we want to settle into that awareness. It's a big topic in the field of awareness. We have an attention and we have a will. So attention plus will are required to work on the mind. So we are doing it indirectly without knowing the principle. So being comfortable. In the stage 1, the second step is being comfortable and being carefree and being casual. I'm taking all the 3. So being comfortable. So it's an indirect approach. Looking at the neck joint, being there, feeling there, being present means 100% awareness. Result, sensation, comfortable, steadiness. But I want to meditate. Yes, we are working on it. Shoulder joints. It appears extremely simple, but it is by regular practice we realize the importance. Shoulder joints, be there, feel. What do you feel? The presence, 100% awareness, experience, sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Do you see one thing? Let us experience consciously. Look at the hip joint. Neither you like it, you love it, or you want the hip joint. It is awareness devoid of like, dislike, and loving it. You see that? And that gives you the result of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. If the mind knows this wisdom, it is so simple. The entire body, mind moves on the entire body, on all the joints from the top to the toes. You are there. Where? On the body. Devoid of that eightfold journey of any suffering. Simple awareness, feeling. What it gives you? Sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. See that. The more you practice, now being carefree. Go a little deeper today, being carefree. What I said in being carefree, standing across a road, watching the traffic. Both are mine, inside my head. So what it means, with reference to the principles that we discussed. And if you don't refer to that understanding, after the end of when you share your experiences, you will blame and complain, I have a lot of thoughts in my meditation practice. What I have to do with it? But when you say I have a lot of these thoughts and feelings in the past, because there is some element of liking, loving, wanting. Thought is not a problem. If you have really understood, that is what I say, being carefree. Let any thought of sin comes. I'm not. I'm separate from it. The way you are separate when you are standing across a road watching the traffic. Same way, the mind inside is separate. Let any thought enter into my mind. Good, bad, high, low. past. That is what I mean by being carefree. And when you are carefree, you have taken a big step. Third is, being comfortable is at the physical level. So we are taking care of the symptoms and the impact on the body of the mind. And being carefree, we directly hit the mind. Being casual. So the mind asks, what? Body is comfortable. Mind is carefree. What is the next? Keep looking inside. You have a glimpse that you are into that field of awareness about the body, the world, the mind, the thoughts, feelings, sensation, past, memory, activity. So your mind is educated to get a glimpse of it in the stage 1. Even Priscilla knows when I came to US I said no. Once I observed the practices given here, I said no, I have to use it. Being comfortable, being carefree, being casual, we have done the stage 1. Now the stage 2. So stage 2, we have 3 steps. We will continue these 3 steps because it takes time to purify the mind. The first is, are you looking deep inside the forehead? In the space or darkness or emptiness, whatever your mind perceives, keep looking there at any point in the space and start breathing short and quick breath. Quick and short breath. Continue. Short and quick breath. And stop this. How many times your mind reacted, resisted to this kind of a simple, playful breathing? That resistance within tells you the eightfold journey of any suffering. There are some suffering yet to manifest because of these 8 factors. So that is why we have a resistance and reaction. Look at it. So choice is yours, what needs to be done. With the right intelligence. And we will move to the second step of the stage 2, humming sound. Care should be taken. You breathe deep, silent and slow, no noise at all through the nose. And while breathing out, you make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. Let us do it. Take a deep breath. It should take time. Your breath rate should drop down to maybe 3 or 4 breaths a minute. It will happen automatically. Paying attention to deep silence, slow inhalation, and long, louder and deep exhalation with a humming sound. Your mind, engaged with that 8 factors, will ask you to breathe faster, inhale faster. No. So you give a check. Why you give a check? Continue. To remove the veil of ignorance, Patanjali says, Tarakshiyate prakasha varnam. Continue long, deep. You will also discover the resistance and reaction during the practice. Sometime you will see that the mind says, oh, inhale quickly. And you miss the point. See that. Why inhale quickly? When my mind says, I want it, I want it, I want it. It is always in a hurry and worry. So you are taking care of those movements in your life which is yet to manifest will result into suffering. That is the result of meditation. Continue, please. Continue, my friends. And stop the humming sound. In the stage 2, we purified the mind by the short and the quick breath. We changed the direction of the prana from downward to upward. And now we will ask the mind, come on, leave all those 8 factors. How? So easy. Live into that state of sensation, comfortable and steadiness, looking deep inside your head or the heart, and any thought comes, you simply drop Om Shanti. Simply means drop it casually. How? I come to you and ask you, you ask me, what's your name? Om Shanti. What you do? Om Shanti. Where are you going? Om Shanti. Why you have come? Om Shanti. To every question you ask, I have one answer, Om Shanti. So you have only one answer to every thought that passes into your mind at this moment. So some thought will come which has matured at the level of I want, and you say Om Shanti. So you are loosening. You are minimizing the impact. See the step. It is just a play and a fun. And sometime you have a first level, I like it. Mind says, and that's why it invokes those thoughts. And you say what? Om Shanti. You don't allow the mind to help these thoughts to become thickened. So it will graduate from I like it to I love it to I want it to. So you are breaking the chain. It is such a powerful step in the stage 2. Let the time come. In the stage 2, we will stop doing the breathing, we'll stop doing the humming, because your mind is extraordinarily aware. And simply by this step, you return to your 100% awareness. This is what happens. So now let us drop this Om Shanti. We will move into the stage 3. We will awaken to sensation, relaxation and stillness, independent of anything outside. This mind never realizes this. That is why the stage 3. Look at the head and the neck. Just be there. Feel the presence of what? Of the mind on the head and the neck. Without liking, disliking, reacting, wanting. And that gives rise to an experience of sensation, relaxation and stillness. And there is an instant change in experiences. You may have an experience of colors or the visions, the body freezing, tingling, numbness. Let it happen. Recognize and accept them. Recognize them. Accept them. Continue the journey. Move the mind on the right arm. Right arm. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Every time you experience the deepening of sensation, that gives you a variety of experiences I just explained. Move the mind on the left arm, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Chest in the belly. You are there simply. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right leg. You see that? The mind is as if mind experiences it is outside. What is outside? On the skin of the right leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. So we agree with the mind. Okay, no issue. Left leg. The mind moves from the left side of the waist to the toes, and you experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. It's a deepening of the experience. Why? To keep the mind where not on any object or a thought, but with 100% awareness. Why we go on vacation? The mind refreshes with the new objects, the new perception. But that happens into your mind. It has nothing to do with the beautiful beaches. Pay attention. That is what our master says. Beautiful beaches means I like it, I love it, I want it. But the beauty in the mind of sensation, relaxation and stillness makes everything beautiful. And then we move to the stage 4. We have seen what is outside the body. Why don't we see inside the body consciously? The reason says, okay, I have experienced outside the head and the neck. What is right memory? You continue to experience sensation, relaxation and stillness outside the head and the neck. Move the mind deeper within. Be there. Just be there and explore. What do you explore inside the head and the neck? Some people will explore bones. No. The mind with the sense organ cannot go inside. It cannot see the bone. Only except through the X-rays. So what do you see? Mind without the senses. There is a space there. You may feel some sensation inside. But if your mind sticks to, no, I feel, I see the bones, it means it is the past memory. Is here to react to your practice. So when you see inside the head and the neck, you explore the sensation in the space. That sensation is the sensation of calmness. We designate in this moment. And when you experience the space, that is quietness. Look inside the heart. Just be there. Outside, you already know. Your references, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Do you see that? When I says that, confusion, we are breaking the ground of the conditioned mind which runs with these 8 factors by not doing anything. That is the beauty and the power of mindfulness or meditation. You're looking inside the heart, so the mind is fully aware. Sense organ cannot go inside, so you explore the sensation inside in the space. Calmness and quietness is there. Well, when the calmness and quietness is there, that is the right moment to migrate, to transition into the stage 5 of mindfulness today. What is that? An effortlessness. You know, first point of awareness, the breath is going in and out. Continue. Maintain that awareness. Do I say you to focus? No. Second point of awareness, when the breath goes in and comes out, you feel some sensation. How can you overlook that? You are living into that awareness. Third point, you tell the conditioned mind, don't change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Let the breath move the way it is moving. But just maintain your awareness of in and out. Feel the sensation and no change. Can I live into that state? effortlessness. I'm already into the state of mindfulness. The stage 5. Let us see, continue. The mind objects, one of the 8 factors or all the 8 factors. Simple way to understand. These thoughts may pass by, and you will see that these thoughts are passing at a very far from you. You recognize them, but they are very far. Means what? You are maintaining the state of calmness and quietness. The mind is already living within. The mind complains, no, I have a lot of thoughts today. How should I? What should I do? No, you should express. You should share your experiences. But mind is already found its ground, losing the awareness, whether it is I like it, I love it, I want it, I'm confused, I don't know what is right and wrong, I cannot make a right decision because I don't know. Look at these factors. How deeper our masters were. Continue. Now, do nothing. If I say the stage 6 is just doing nothing, conscious living in awareness, knowledge, and experience. Let us have that stage 6 also, as doing nothing is also one stage. Why? When we say permanent peace and happiness are our essential nature, it is already within us. That is realized in the state of doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand. Feel the sensation. Your mind on the left hand. Feel the sensation. Open your eyes slowly. We are not putting our hands nowadays due to our enemy. So, how are you, David?
Wow, that was amazing. I was able to get into a deep place in my head that I've never been before with like zero attachment, zero mind traffic. It was great.
Wonderful. That's really good. Wonderful. We are progressing and evolving. So, how are you, Jerry?
Doing well, thank you. The practice of not having preferences and labels is a really powerful practice that I think continually to work on, and just be present with that,
Wonderful. That's another right perception and the right practice. How are you, Ashok? You're still in meditation? Very good.
I'm good, sir, and feeling more relaxed today. Better than ever. Thank you so much.
Good. How are you, Sameer?
Sir, it was a wonderful experience. It was going like something going backwards. Something flowing backwards. I don't know where it was going. Something was going backwards.
Good.
All the darkness, all the...
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. That's an experience of fleeting from all the garbage in the mind. So, Sangeeta, how are you?
सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था आंखें खोलने का मन नहीं कर रहा था एकदम
wonderful. Yeah, sometimes we don't feel like opening the eyes. I want to be into that state, live into that state. Wonderful. So, how are you, Pushkar?
So it was a very good experience, but in last, I feel sleepy.
Okay, yeah, sleepy. Yeah. There is a reason for this sleepy. One of the 8 factors, especially when we see the delusion part. So sometimes it takes over, but continue the journey. So how are you, Paul and Priscilla?
I'm doing well. Everything slowed down by the time I got to the 4th stage.
Yeah.
My breathing got really, really slow. Everything just kind of stopped. So it was very good.
Wonderful, yeah. You know, when the mind experiences as if everything has stopped, can you make out? Now, if the way I explain, the mind is facing to the world, and the world is in constant flux. Now the same mind experiences as if everything has stopped. Mind has entered into the other side. And that other side is nothing but our existence, or the state of the mindfulness. How are you, Priscilla?
Good. I felt like I was a heavy flat stone just lying there. It was calm and
calm. Wonderful. That's another beautiful experience. So how are you, Vaibhav and Rakesh?
Yes, sir. It was very peaceful. It's like that all my thoughts are gone somewhere, like it's totally blank.
Yeah. That's good. And how are you, Rakesh?
So when I was dropping the Om Shanti, and in those moments, for a couple of seconds, I saw green and blue colors.
Green, that's a deeper experience, yes.
And also, at the end of the meditation, I had complete stillness of my entire being.
That's wonderful. That's really a complete stillness, and looking at those colors, obviously the mind has moved to the